Hello friend, welcome to Marine Engineering Hub. This is Ravi Gupta. Today we are going to talk about safety valve types. In today's topic, I will cover what is a ordinary safety valve, and after that we will see the improved high lift safety valve. Why the ordinary safety valve was discontinued and why the improved high lift safety valve was used. So please remain tuned till last because this topic is very important topic, and it is sure that this you will get in your oral, in your written, in everything. So please watch the video full because it is very important part of a marine industry and also for the other industry also. So before beginning the video, I want to tell you that I have made a video regarding safety valve and relief valve, and in that video I have explained how the lift of safety valve is differ from the normal, and why the lift is d by 4, and what is difference between a safety valve and relief valve. Please do watch that video. You can click on I button right now. Now let's begin the video of the safety valve types. Safety valve design have evolved over a period of time, and improved design modification has helped to obtain lift closer to d by 4. So as I have told you that by the formula and by the calculation we have found that to ensure the maximum efficiency for the steam escape, we need a lift of d by 4. For requirement of the lift of d by 4, various design evaluation over a period of time has taken place so that we can design a valve which can be designed more closer to the d by 4 lift. Okay, so basically the first design was the ordinary safety valve. Then after that, high lift safety valve evolution come. Then improved high lift safety valve, full bore safety valve, and full lift safety valve. In ultimately, in full lift safety valve, we have achieved D by 4 lift. So the ordinary safety valve and high lift safety valve are no more used in industry, or you can say very seldomly used in industry in low pressure valve. But the thing which are in more frequent use are the improved high lift safety valve, full bore safety valve, and full lift safety valve. So let's start the video. Ordinary and high lift safety valve are no more in use in shipping industry. In place, improved high lift safety valve are used and preferred. But I will show you why the ordinary safety valve was replaced. So as you can see, this is the ordinary safety valve. This is the wing or feather provided with a valve. This is the valve. Okay, this is the steam area of flow. When a pressure will exceed, it will come and it will hit the wing guide surface, and it will lift against the spring pressure. As it is lifted against the spring pressure, the steam will escape. Now as you can see, the wing and guide is provided so that it acts as a guide when the valve is lifted. But after the series of design evaluation, it has been found that this wing guide was acting as a hindrance when the steam was flowing. So this wing type valve sitting surface design was discontinued in improved value safety valve. So let's see what I've written here. This was the ordinary valve which was used in earlier low pressure boiler to release the excess pressure. Ordinary safety valve has a wing type valve which provide restriction to the steam flow when the valve was lifted. Okay, as I have told you, wing valve act as a guide when the valve is lifted. So basically, why it was provided? It was provided because when the valve was lifting, to act as a guide means supposed to act as a guide, the steam flowing surface area was acting as a liner, and this was acting as a piston. Means basically, it is providing acting as a guide to guide back the valve to sit and to lift. For that reason, it was provided. Lift, which was achieved by the design of the ordinary safety valve, was around d by 24. So as you can see, we have said that normally to allow the full escape of steam, we need a lift of d by 4. But what we are achieving in the ordinary safety valve was d by 24. Why the lift is important? Why we are talking about the lift? Because we want a valve to be designed in such a way that whenever there is a excess pressure, it will release quickly and it will sit down to preventing excess steam losses. For that reason, we are so much concerned about the lift. So what was achieved here was dy 24. It means the once the valve was lifted, it was taking too much amount of time for the excess stream release, pressure release. Second, it was inefficient because it was sitting back after a longer period of time. So the time and efficiency both are the factor which led to the discardation of the ordinary safety valve. Now after that, high lift safety valve was designed and then improved high lift safety valve design. So improved high lift safety valve is basically a improved version of a high lift safety valve. So I will, while speaking about this improved high lift safety valve, I will also talk how the high lift safety valve was designed and what modification was done in improved lift safety valve. So let's see. Improved highly safety valve is used for low and medium pressure boiler. Okay, for low and medium pressure boiler, we are using improved highly safety valve. Improved highly safety valve employed two things in their design to improve their lift. Okay, that are very important thing. What are two things? Especially safe lift valve seat. Okay, and second is the weight steam piston with floating ring. So let's see the design. So as you can see, this is a very important diagram of a improved high lift safety valve. So let me tell you what is this. Basically, this is the valve. This is the valve surface. As you can see, the valve is designed in a special way. Means this is the lip surface area. Okay, especially side valve design surface area. After that, this is the spindle. Okay, and this is the spring area, and this is the floating cylinder, and this is the lower spring carrier. Okay, so let's see about the design. When the valve is lifted due to excess pressure, at that time the steam flowing out will get entrapped in the annular space around the valve face, which will increase the steam pressure acting on the larger surface area. So basically what is happening when the valve is lifted, you focus here, this. When the valve is first lifted, this is the sitting surface area. When the valve is lifted, the valve will lift and will act on this area first. Okay, will act on this area. But once it is lifted slightly, some of the steam will come and will be deflected back to this area by the this annular space. So this diagram will be more clear. Once the valve is lifted, the steam is coming down here and as if a guided path is helping to act the steam on the larger surface area. This is the lip of the valve, on the lip of the valve. So as you can see in this design, once the valve is lifted, it is acting on this. Once it is slightly lifted, through the annular surface is acting on this surface area. So this surface area from center of the spindle and this surface area from the center of the spindle, as you can see, there are vast difference. So as the surface area where the steam acting is increased by the specially shaped valve seat and valve, and it is acting on the full valve surface area, it is providing a better lift. So same thing I written here. As you know, force is equal to pressure into surface area acting. So with increase in surface area where the pressurized steam is acting, so greater force is applied, which will help in positive sharp opening of the valve, hence providing good lift in a short amount period of time. So it is very clear that once the steam is lifting slightly, it is deflected back through this annular space, it acting on the lip surface area of the valve, causing the overall acting steam on the surface area will be increased, and hence the overall lift will be increased and the valve will lift sharply with a short span of time. So one problem is solved because of the quick lifting, problem is solved because of the especially valve shape design. Now second is the waste steam piston. The separate valve seat provide another advantage that it helps to close the valve sharply without having much blowdown effect. So a special valve seat has two advantages. First advantage was what? First advantage that it is acting helping the steam to act on large surface area providing sharp opening. It is also helping to provide sharp closure and preventing the blowdown effect. What is blowdown effect? If someone asks you what is blowdown effect of safety valve, the answer should be that when the valve is closing, at that time what happen? A small amount of steam film continuously flow, which prevent the valve to sit back. That increases the time of closure of the steam flow sitting on safety valve and hence causes the loss of the steam. This is prevented by the specially shaped valve seat. So let's see what I've written here. The lifted valve closes slowly as the final film of the steam blowing across the face set up high resistance to the closure of the valve. Okay, so the final film of the steam which is blowing across the face means the final film of the which is blowing across the face is preventing the closure because it is acting as a resistance for closure, which is causing the boiler pressure to fall well below the lifting pressure below the valve sit back. So basically what happened, as I have told you, the safety valve is designed in such a way that it close 5 to 8% below the design pressure. But before this design, it used to sit around 10 to 15% below the design pressure. To prevent that amount of steam loss, unnecessary amount of steam loss when the safety valve was lifted, this design helped to prevent less steam loss by providing sharp closure. How it is preventing? The shaped valve seat causes the valve lid to pulsate, means it will cause the valve to pulsate like this. Okay, and during this action is called drilling action. During this it will help the valve to remove the accumulated dirts and it will shift sharply, means when the valve is coming to the sitting pressure, at that time the valve will pulsate, and as it pulsating it is preventing the development of that final generation of the film thin generation of the film constantly, and it is also removing any dirt accumulation and hence it is helping it to close sharply. Now second advantage is the waste steam piston. The escaping steam act on the bottom of the lower spring carrier of the safety valve, with the floating cylinder acting as a guide for this lower spring carrier. This escaping steam act as a pressure acting on a piston, resulting in the opening of the valve furthermore. So what do I mean by this is basically this. Once the steam is flowing here, is acting full surface area, it has opened the valve. Now to ensure further more sharp opening, the steam flowing, some of the steam is directed through this waste steam piston acting on a lower spring carrier of the spring. As the steam is acting on a lower spring carrier, it is acting on a further more larger surface area, and hence as is directly attached to the spindle, it is helping the spring to compress. As the valve is compressed against the spring, so this waste steam is also acting on this lower spring carrier and helping to further compress the spring, ultimately causing more sharp opening of the valve. To ensure that this act smooth acting, a floating cylinder is provided. This is a loose ring serve as a cylinder for the waste steam piston. Why we are calling waste steam? Because the steam which is coming out is as a waste, and this waste steam is providing a piston effect by acting on a lower spring carrier, and this floating cylinder is acting as a liner, and this is acting as a piston moving up and down inside this floating cylinder. But this is floating, is not completely attached. Okay, in higher lift safety valve, this was attached. But in improved high lift safety valve design, this was made floating. So this was the one of the most important difference between improved high lift design and the high lift design. So this acting as a waste stream piston, helping to sharp opening of the valve. This piston effect assists in further opening of the valve with separate valve seat, provided sharp opening and instant excess pressure release. Now, second question is the floating cylinder. One of the advantage of the floating cylinder is that in case of spring carrier seizes with the floating cylinder due to dirt accumulation such as mud, then whole floating cylinder will be lifted along with the spring carrier without providing hindrance to the excess steam flow. So why this design was made floating cylinder? This question was asked and is asked in MO class to MO class. So why it is floating? So basically in high lift design it was found that when there is a dirt accumulation in between here, mean its lower spring carrier and this floating cylinder, if there is dirt accumulation, so that mud which is coming out with the excess pressure release, when this was fixed at that time, it was providing as a hindrance for further compression of the spring, and hence it is preventing full lift, that D by full lift is not provided. To prevent that, this cylinder was made floating, so that if there is dirt accumulation here, at that time when it is compressed, so this whole thing will lift with itself, so preventing any hindrance to the steam flow and still ensuring more closer release or lift, that is D by 4. So basically what is happening, as you can see my more closer look, this waste stream is coming from here, this is the floating cylinder and this is the waste stream. This is the bottom spring carrier and this is spring. So what is happening when the waste stream is acting coming here, acting on the top of the surface, if the dirt accumulation is here in between, so this thing is floating in nature, so once it is compressed, this thing will also come with it, preventing any further hindrance. But in high lift safety valve design, what was happening, that this was fixed, so when the waste stream piston was acting at that time, if there is a dirt accumulation, this acting as a scissor, preventing further compression of the spring. I hope it is clear. Now let's see, I have talked about that base design. Now let's see about the drain. So basically, a drain is provided here in a waste stream piston. Means this is the valve, special shape valve, and this is the waste stream piston. These two things is providing improved valve design. Now, but a drain is provided. Why a drain is provided in a safety valve? This question is also asked. So basically, a drain is provided which prevent any buildup of water in the pipe, causing a head of water to form over the valve lid, so that to increase the blow off pressure. So basically, this drain is provided to prevent any accumulation of water head over the valve surface, to preventing the closure of the valve. It means that to prevent the increase in the blow off pressure, a drain valve is provided. Means drain valve prevent to increase the blow off pressure. You can say in that thing in exam. Second part is that if we are going to a colder climate, in that case, if there is any water accumulation is there around the safety valve, in colder climate it will turn into ice, and this ice will provide hindrance to the opening of the steam flow whenever there is a excess steam pressure rise. So this drain is provided which will drain the water or a steam and preventing any ice formation. So it can also freeze in cold ice atmosphere and may provide hindrance in valve opening, which may lead to the disastrous result. For that reason, drain is provided. Now, the last two thing is very important, is the compression nut and compression ring. So basically, this is the compression ring and the compression nut is provided above compression ring. So basically what happened, after adjusting the correct compression of the spring, to a set pressure such that the spring will only allow the valve to lift when it has designed 3% above the excess pressure. Up for that, the compression of the spring is set. After it is set, to prevent any further tampering, this compression nut is inserted, and this compression nut is tightened along with the compression ring to prevent any further tampering. Apart from that, a easing gear mechanism is provided. This easing gear is provided so that we can operate the safety valve from the engine room platform in case of emergency, and also to check that the safety valve is free from time to time and is operational. We will pull the easing gear whenever the easing gear is pulled. Whenever the easing gear is pulled, at that time what happen? This valve, as it is attached to the valve spindle, it will try to lift the valve against the spring, and for that a clearance of dy 4 is provided above the top cap. Means when once we are pulling it down, it will pull the spindle up against the spring and it will lift the safety valve. So this is engaged provided so that we can check its safety valve operational from time to time. Second, in case of emergency we can operate it manually. For that reason is engaged provided. Means sometime it happens the surveyor come and say, okay, show me that where the your safety valve is working or not. So what we will do, we'll just pull the easing gear and we'll show him that okay, our safety valve is operational and it will lift if the pressure design exceeds a certain limit. So let's see what I've written here. The valve adjustment is carried out by the means of compression nut which is screwed down on the top spring plate. So basically the compression nut is screwed down on the top of the spring plate. A compression ring is fitted after the final adjustment to make sure that no further movement takes place. A cap is then placed over a compression nut and a top of the valve spindle, and a quarter is passed through it and padlocked to prevent any tampering by unauthorized person. So after the compression of the spring is set, with the help of a quarter and a padlock arrangement, the safety valve set pressure design is locked so that to prevent any tampering by the unauthorized person. Easing gear is a mechanism which is provided to ensure that the lifting can be readily operated in a case of emergency as well as routine checkup. In ship, every Saturday routine period of time, easing gear operation is checked by pulling the wire in a pulley arrangement. Okay, so basically a pulley arrangement provided through which we can pull and we can check whether the safety valve is working fine or not. So I hope you have learned in this video that how the easing gear, how the drain, how the waste stream piston, and how the specially set valve set is provided in an improved highly safety valve and helping the valve design to provide better efficiency. Uh, by providing all this, safety valve, improved highly safety valve can provide a efficiency of D by 12 lift. D by 12 lift was achieved by providing all this arrangement in a improved high lift safety bar design. So I hope you have liked the video. Please do like and subscribe, and please do share with your friend. Marine Engineering Hub aim is to bring all our marine personnel to this platform so that we can learn and grow together. Please do share the video if you like it. Thank you friend. Have a good day. Image it goes to GH Fan.